I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
So we back, and it's a new season, so it's only right that we drop this video going over the best animations for not just current gen, not just next gen, but for both, all for the new season 8. And this not even just gonna be that, it's gonna be the finale. And when it comes to these best animation videos, if you've been tuned in, we got a lot to go over. The jump shots, dunk packages, pretty much everything that you can possibly put an animation on. And finally 2K has finally given me what I've been begging for from day one. But yeah, we're gonna be doing all that in this video. If you guys want to show the support, smash break and show the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below to help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Let's hop straight into it. Alright, so let's hop into it. First things first, when it comes to the best animations, always, I gotta give y'all boys the best jump shots. Now for this one, I'm not even gonna waste y'all time and give y'all like the best jump shots for everything. I'm gonna just give you guys the 2 best jump shots that you can really use on pretty much any build, whether you're a big, a guard, a lockdown. That's pretty much it. So first one, in my opinion, the best one is Jump Shot 3. Now, if you're using pretty much anything except for just going for the fastest jump shot, this, in my opinion, is the best jump shot in the game. You go with Jump Shot 3, you really can't go wrong. I'm gonna also show you guys probably the releases and the blending I use on most of my jump shots. But if you guys want to go for not just a good jump shot, but also a fast jump shot, so it's hard to get timing, we all know how it works at this point. Set Shot 25, which is almost probably became the most popular jump shot, because I guess it's just becoming more of a comp game, bro, where people just really want to get the jump shot off as fast as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna go Set Shot. Then when it comes to the timings or releases, we're gonna go Rudy Gay for the first one. For the second release, we're gonna end up going with Klay Thompson. Now, like I said, this does work for both current gen and next gen, and you really can't go wrong. Now, the only thing about current gen and next gen, they have a little bit different speeds. But if you want to do it, get it as fast as possible, you're definitely going to go max speed on both. Regardless of that, it's just going to be slightly faster. It won't be the exact same timing, but when it comes to the jump shots, speed kills, even the jump shots. So yeah, you want to go with the max speed. Then for the animation blending, I go 75-25, 65-35, or 50-50. Sometimes I even go 60-40, but those are the 3 main ones I end up going with, and the main one being 75-25. Alright, so next, staying on shooting, I'm gonna give y'all pretty much all this stuff in the same category. So I'm gonna not just do the jump shots, I'm gonna also do pretty much everything that comes to shooting. So that's gonna also include the shot creation animation. But real quick, I'm gonna give y'all the best free throw. In my opinion, you can't go wrong with a Larry Bird or Rick Barry. But the free throw I've used pretty much the whole year this year has been free throw 55. For the people that do play 5v5 or whatever, free throw 55 is the best one to go with, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to the shot creation animations, more on the shooting side of it. First thing first, we gotta go over the dribble pull-ups. Now, when it comes to the dribble pull-ups, it's a lot that we can really go over. In my opinion, the best one right now, I would have to say Ben McLemore. Ben McLemore, in my opinion, is the best one that you can go with. All these, you can pretty much put these on any build, pretty much, depending on, I think some big man, you can't get all of these, but yeah, all in all, you pretty much can get all of these. So Ben McLemore, in my opinion, is the best one because it's the smoothest. It's gonna be the only pretty much one out of the NBA players that's gonna be pretty much like a normal, where it's pretty much the same timing as your jump shot, but look how smooth it is. It just flows straight into a pull-up, straight into a fade, all that. So in my opinion, Ben McLemore will be the best one. But the most popular one, I don't know how I've been tripping on it. The first 2 seasons, I was really saying this was the best one, and I stopped using it, but it actually gained a lot of popularity along with a lot of people. So yeah, the most popular one is Trae Young. I still think Steph Curry should be up here in this conversation, and if you want to go with a normal, go with normal too. But those are the 4 I would probably recommend. Ben McLemore, Trae Young, probably like the glitchiest one, I'm gonna be honest, and it's most popular because of that. Steph Curry is kind of like the consistent one, and normal too if you just want one that's gonna be kind of like Ben McLemore and keep the same timing as your jump shot. And yeah, all right, when it comes to the spin jumpers, now for the spin jumpers, we got a couple different types. So Steph Curry, in my opinion, probably is the most popular one. That's probably the one that most people use. This is kind of a good one to pretty much just catch a defender off guard. Not somebody that's going to be doing it every single time, but if you're late in the shot clock, you want to do something different that you ain't really did all game, catch them off guard, Steph Curry is going to be a really good one to create space. Similar to that is going to be Pro. Pro is another one that's very similar to that, where you can pretty much create a lot of space using this as well. But yeah, I would definitely say Steph Curry is the better one of the two. Now, normal is kind of a versatile one, but this is kind of like one for like the fastest one. If you want a really fast one, normal is a good one to put on as well. Now, if you want one that has a little bit more variety, Trae Young, Nate Robinson, those are two really good ones for variety. But when it comes to spin jumpers, for me, I really like to go with one that's just going to create as much space as possible for whenever I need to just get this out of my bag. And yeah, I'll go with Steph Curry or Pro. And all right, last but certainly not least for the jump shots and stuff like this is going to be the hop jumpers. Now, when it comes to the hop jumpers, the best ones in the game. Now, in my opinion, if you want to go for versatility, in my opinion, is how you really be as creative as possible when it comes to the shot creation animation stuff. But a lot of people don't really want to go for that. So I'm going to go over this first. In my opinion, the best ones is Pro, Trae Young, and Nate Robinson. I would say Pro is the best one, but Nate Robinson probably would be the second best one. And Trae Young kind of just has some of the ones that's in Pro. So you really can't go wrong with any of these three if you want versatility with a lot of different animations. But the only thing about versatility, sometimes you just want to do one animation and it'll give you a completely different one. So that can kind of throw you off. So that's why I put that one first. Now, when it comes to the other ones, when you're just trying to create as much space as possible, normal is a good one. It's also going to be keeping the same timing as your regular jump shot. Like I always tell y'all, if you put a normal one on, it's going to be keeping the same timing. Harrison Barnes is going to be good to create space just as much, and Steph Curry. Now, you also have some other ones like the James Harden double step back. You got the one-legged one for the Jokic. So there's a lot of other ones to throw your defender off guard. But if you're just doing it to create as much space as possible, have really much just the same animation every single time, I would recommend Steph Curry, Harrison Barnes, or normal. And for the new jump shot emotes, man, we got some pretty decent ones. It's one called Corkscrew. We got one called Thrilled. Pretty much, you know how these work at this point. We even got some ones for pretty much people that want to play 5v5. You got the Mellow 3 tap. I'm gonna be honest, that's probably the best one I've seen so far. But yeah, the new it is cool, but the Mellow 3 tap probably the best one I've seen so far for the jump shot emotes. As soon as you do it, 3 to the dome, it's that simple. So yeah, they also did come with something new for the dunks, but we're gonna get into that later into the video. That should be pretty much the end of this jump shot area of the video, so let's move on. Alright, now moving on into the dribble animation. Now when it comes to the dribble animations, we have a lot to pretty much go over. Now, when it comes to the dribble style, that's what we usually starting off. That's what we're going to start off with today. So when it comes to quick and shifty, those are the top of the top. You can also go with other ones like Damian Lillard, but that's been patched a little bit in the past. You also got a new one in Kemba Walker. If you want to go with some that you pretty much, if you don't have that 75 speed of ball, C. Gray has been good. If you don't know, this is a WNBA player. But yeah, I would definitely say quick is the best one. You can go with some other ones. I just think quick is the best one. And usually when I do this, people put in the comments down below what they think is the best one. But I do believe quick is the best dribble style in the game for Season 8. Alright, next is going to be the signature size up. Now when it comes to signature size ups, it's really only one that you really need to have. And that, in my opinion, is going to be Derrick Rose. Wherever I find it, yeah, Derrick Rose. This is the best one in the game if you want to speed boost, ISO, screens, all that. It's the most versatile one. Now, if you do want to use a different one, Steve Francis is another good one, but in my opinion, this is not really for people that use screens. This is really mainly for people that only want to ISO. So if you want to use these two, you have to have an 85 ball handle and below 6'5". That's why we in this view, so that y'all can really see what it takes to get these certain dribble moves. But if you can't get Steve Francis, I would say De'Aaron Fox is up there. In my opinion, one of the best ones in the game. I don't think it's the best one besides that. The one I use, honestly, is Dwayne Wade. But that's really because that's my favorite player, not really more because of the animation. It is still a good animation. Now, when it comes to the new ones that's in the game, Jason Williams, this is a new one, but this is for an 85 ball handle, 6'5" and below. When it comes to John Wall, again, kind of similar. I do think that these have potential to be good, to be usable, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Jamal Murray, 70 ball handle. John Morant, 70 ball handle. You gotta be below 6'10" for both of those, but all in all those are gonna be the only new ones. This Rafer Austin at one point I was messing with, but I would still say if you get an 85 ball handle and you below 65, best one by far would be D Rose. Then I would definitely go Steve Francis as probably the best one for ISO players. But then there's a gap between everything else. But if you don't have that 85, you can go with the De'Aaron Fox, the Dwayne Wades of the world. Zach LaVine is a decent one if you don't get that 80 as well. It's a lot of different ways you can go about that. But also you got to understand quick chain is going to be making a huge difference on animations like these. So make sure that you got that as high as possible as well. All right, next is going to be the signature combos. Now this is going to be kind of more of like the rhythm dribbles. I forgot what else it used to be called, but yeah, pretty much if you just want to do one dribble move and you just unlock a whole pattern of animations that you can speed boost out of, that's going to be the signature combos. Now, in my opinion, the funniest one that we ever had added was added last season, and it was Ray for Austin. Really, really fun. Steph Curry is a new one for this season. If you guys want to use that, Steve Francis is another new one that was added this season. If you guys want to use that, Kemba Walker is a new one that was added this season as well. Now, when it comes to the best of the best, in my opinion, Jason Williams, Trae Young, and where is he at? Baron Davis. Those are the best of the best. Now, if you want to go with some just more regular ones, Luka Doncic is up there. If you just want something that's just really slow and very easy to time, and where is he at? James Harden. Those are the best ones in the game. If you want to make it as simple as possible, I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, those are the best rhythm dribbles, signature combos, whatever you want to call it, in the game. All right, next is gonna be the signature escapes. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and get this out the way. Kyrie Irving is the new one. Shout out Kyrie, you've been going kind of crazy in the NBA. Have my thoughts on that, but we're gonna say that for another time. But yeah, Kyrie Irving is the newest one and the only new one in the game. He actually has some pretty crazy animations for the behind the backs. He got like double behind the backs. I don't know why 2K has not added Jamal Crawford, but that's very interesting. I don't even know if they had Jamal Crawford on this game for a size of escape. That would be kind of crazy if they didn't, but I guess, bro. But we all know what the best ones in the game is at this point after last season, after the addition of Steph Curry. So either you're going Steph Curry or you're going Trae Young. Now, Steph Curry, yes, you can have it if you're below 6'10", but you do have to have an 85 ball handle. And Trae Young, you just need an 80 and be below 6'10". In my opinion, I would still say at this very moment, the fastest one, the easiest, the most versatile, all that good stuff is Trae Young. If you're an ISO player, I would say Steph Curry is the best one, but on current gen, you could get away with it a little bit easier than on next gen. But yeah, that's just pretty much how it is. All right, next is going to be the best moving crossovers. Now, when it comes to the best moving crossovers, the fastest ones, I tell you all the time, speed kills, John Wall, Chris Paul. Those are the best ones for speed. And I tell y'all that all the time, you want to go with the fastest animations. But if you don't want to go for that, go with LeBron James, ironic, and Michael Jordan, ironic. Those are the two best players all time. And they actually have the two best either between the legs or crossovers. You can look at these for yourself to see what you want to test out, but those are the 4 best ones in the game. All right, next is the moving behind the back. This one is pretty self-explanatory. If you've been watching these videos the whole year, you pretty much already know how this is going to go. Scottie Pippen is the best one, hands down. There are some other underrated ones in here, I will say that, but Scottie Pippen is the best one, hands down, by far. All right, next. Now, for a lot of these regular moving animations, if you don't know how to make these faster, you got to put on hyperdrive. Quick change is for like the size up stuff. But when it comes to this stuff, you didn't really get that much new stuff for Season 8. But if we're just talking about for Season 8, the newest one for the moving is going to be Steph Curry. Now, this is kind of good because now we have the ability to do like hop animations and dribble in and out of it with Steph Curry hop back now very easily without doing all that extra stuff. So yeah, we can do this now with Steph Curry. So this is actually probably one of the best ones in the game if you want to do hop jumpers and keep momentum and stuff like that. Luka Doncic is up there, James Harden is up there. But in my opinion, the 2 best ones, if you want to do a snatchback, Kawhi Leonard. If you want to do, this is what everybody's been using pretty much the whole year, Jimmy Butler. If you want to just be able to keep spamming and keep hezzying and whatever that's called, the little hot bag where you just speed boost and keep doing it, that's going to be Jimmy Butler. And that's pretty much been the meta one all year. All right, when it comes to the moving spins, you can go with a lot of different ones. Kevin Durant, Penny Hardaway, LeBron James, Jokic actually even has a decent one. But in my opinion, I would go with Kevin Durant. Shout out KD. He also been kind of going crazy lately. But yeah, I would say Kevin Durant has the best moving spin in the game. But if you're doing it strictly for spin backs, basic is the best spin backs in the game. But you're going to have a good spin back in all of these. But if you want to do more than just spin backs, I would go with the other ones that I went over early. All right, next is going to be for the moving hezzies. For the best moving hezzies in the game, you got Kevin Durant, you got John Wall, you got Zach LaVine. You really don't need to put on any of these other ones. I'm gonna be honest. Those are the 3 best ones in the game, hands down. In my opinion, it would go KD, Zach LaVine, then John Wall. It's actually kind of funny because it's in that order. And the funniest part is the second best one, you only need a 75. So yeah, those are the 3 best ones in the game, in my opinion, though. And last but certainly not least, for the dribble animations, the best triple threat style in the game is going to be normal 4. This has the Jordan one hand, the best jab steps, the best escape dribble moves. This is probably the most underrated like animation package in the entire game. You can do so many different things to make yourself able to score. You can put on triple threat juke alongside a triple threat style and make it even more overpowered. There's a lot of different ways to go about this, but in my opinion, the best one in the game is normal 4. It's a little late in the game to try to master this though. I guess it is 2 months still left, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot within these triple threat styles that a lot of people have not explored. So yeah, and literally last but not least, when it comes to the, you know what I'm saying, dribble or whatever you want to say, playmaking animations, is going to be the park flashy passes. My opinion, I would probably go with like a swagger or a wizard, because those are gonna be like actually out of nowhere and extremely random and extremely crazy, extremely freaky. So when I'm going for a park thing, I'm going for like the nastiest thing possible, the most different thing possible, something that I can't do if I wasn't playing park. So yeah, when it comes to elbow passes, kick passes, those are also nice. Behind the backs, no looks, tap passes, those are cool, but I think swagger and wizard are just the best 2. That's just what I think. Alright, so next let's hop into the dunk packages. Now when it comes to the dunk packages, we got a lot to go over. In my opinion, we can go over pretty much dunk packages to get more content dunks. We can go over dunk packages, just pretty much the best overall, and we got to go over the big man dunk packages. So first things first, let's just go with the best ones overall. So when it comes to the meta dunk package, we already know which one it is. Let me find it. The quick drops off one. You need a 65 driving dunk to have this, and in my opinion, if we're saying the best 2-hand dunk package in the game, this is hands down the best one. Now you can also go with one of the front clutches, bro. These are also really good, very consistent if you don't ever really want to get blocked. If you never want to get blocked, go with one of these front clutches and you'll be perfectly fine, I'll be honest with you. But if you want to go with a dunk package just for one-handers, I would say Klay Thompson or Manu. I've been using Manu lately. It's really just sweet and simple, going straight up with the one hand. Now, I will be honest, when it comes to these simple dunk packages, if you just like to go up with X or square, depending on what console you're playing on, I'm going to be real with you. Sometimes these animations will just miss if somebody jumps at you. They don't have to block it. They will just miss. Now, I don't know why that is, but that's kind of a 2K thing. Now, on next gen, if you the meter, you will miss those a lot less. But yeah, that is a thing. I just want to make sure that as known, that is a thing. Now, when it comes to dunk packages to get more content, you want those are going to be dunk packages that's going to be pretty much just more aggressive. You want these dunk packages to be more aggressive, and these are more really current gen dunk packages. So the ones I always tell y'all boys is Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. Now, if you want to go with another one, you can also go with Kobe Bryant. If you want to go with another one, you can also go with DeMar DeRozan, Vince Carter, Zach LaVine. But in my opinion, the best 2, LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. Those are the 2 of the best in the possible game. Michael Jordan is also a really good one, has one of the rarest dunk animations in it, but I would still say LeBron James and Russell Westbrook are the 2 best ones to help you get content dunks, especially for current gen users in the game. Now when it comes to the big man dunks, you gonna really want to go with, if you want an NBA player, you can go with Shaq. If you want a different one, you can also go with Dwight Howard. These are the 2 best ones for the NBA players. But if I'm going with the safest one, I'm probably going to end up just going with the one-handed under basket regular. This is probably the best one in the game. You can even go with this, but personally, I like going with the one-hand under basket regular. The pro under basket is cool too. It just goes straight up, but it does have some cockbacks, just like this one has some cockbacks in it that I don't really like it for. That's why I like using the one-handed. But the pro under basket kind of just goes straight up too, just like the under basket regular, but it doesn't do as much of the cockback. So you can really go with the one-handed under basket regular and the pro under basket rim pulls. If you want to go with something a little bit more athletic, obviously you have the 2-hand under basket athletic, the 1-hand under basket athletic. And by the way, I would only use the athletic ones and the Dwight Howard one if you really gonna be able to have like the big man content dunks, whether you're on next gen or current gen. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do the big man content or big man animations. Now if we're talking about alley-oops. Now when it comes to alley-oops, In my opinion, the Pro is really for big men. If you pretty much anything else, a lock or anything, you can put on both. Pro is just gonna allow you to have the standing dunks, standing lobs or whatever. If you want to do standing lobs, you're gonna need Pro. If not, you can just put on whatever you can get. Now you need an 85 for the elite, and you need a 70 for the Pro. But yeah, I just want to make sure that that's known. Pro is how you get the standing one, so that's really more for big men. I guess locks could use it too if they ever want to do standing lobs. But if you can get elite, put on elite. It's just gonna be a little freakier, so I guess you could be able to get blocked a little bit more. So if you don't want all that, just go ahead and throw on Pro. To be honest, just throw on Pro. Contact dunks. Now when it comes to the contact dunks, I tell you this every time, the more packages you have, the higher the frequency you're gonna have, because the way these packages work, they got certain animations depending on where you're jumping from and where your defender is. That's gonna be triggering that animation for that certain situation. So there's now this many different packages. 6 for just like everybody and 2 for the big, so it's 8 in general. So now we pretty much have an animation for every single situation you possibly could be in. Now if you go ahead and throw alongside a badge like limitless takeoff, yes, you can take off from even further, and that can make these have very much endless possibilities. So yes, you really want to throw in as many of these packages as you possibly could. But if I'm saying the best ones, I would say the elites off 2 are the best ones in the game. That's just my opinion. Then when it comes to the park dunks, if you just go in with a park dunk, bro, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of just putting on whatever one at this point, bro. These are pretty much just dunk packages that have fun. In my opinion, the best one in the game is Jordan Sutherland, because they're just new. But you can put on any of these and just have fun. These are really just have fun and dunk packages. If you're putting these on expecting to not get blocked, you are insane. You are sick. I don't know what to tell you. Kind of the same thing with park alley-oops. I guess it's not that big of a deal with park alley-oops because it's an alley-oop. You're not really as worried about getting blocked. So I really like putting these on in comparison. So when I do, a lot of the times I either go with the flashy, the under leg, the 360, the windmills. You really could just put them all on. I already said 4, bro. I'm gonna be honest. They're really just stuff to make the game more fun, have flashier stuff. These are stuff that you only can use at the park. So yes, if you don't want to get blocked, if you don't want the freakiest, if you don't want the wildest animation so that you don't get blocked, don't put them on. Same thing with the park dunks. But if you want to have fun, you want to see something crazy, throw them on. You're gonna see some crazy stuff. I'm gonna be honest, 2K went crazy adding new stuff this year when it comes to park alley-oops and park dunks. Now I know in the season they was adding more new stuff for a lot of other stuff. They didn't do it for these, but off rip, these probably had the most new content out of every single animation in the game. Alright, and more on the slashing. Last but not least is going to be the layup packages. When it comes to the best layup packages in the game, in my opinion, I would say Long Athlete, I would say Circus, it's up there, and I would say Kyrie Irving. Now, if we talking about next gen, you also got like a John Wall to go up there too. I used to say the Jelly was up there, but I would say the John Wall is the best one of the next gen, you know what I'm saying, like exclusive, I guess, layup packages. But if I'm just saying the best ones in the game, I always tell y'all, get that 70 layup package, 70 layup, just so you can get that Long Athlete. You need that 85 and be below 65 for Kyrie. And for this, you need an 80 and be below 6'10". So you got one for pretty much every tier. Whether you're at 80 with 6'10" and below, which is the majority of builds. And a lot more builds will probably be able to get Long Athlete. And then for the select few, it would be Kyrie Irving. And it's kind of funny because it would go in that order for what I would say is the best of these 3. I would go in order from Kyrie, down to Circus, down to Long Athlete. But if you're not using Slithery Finisher, just use Long Athlete. That's what I would say. And I was going to put this at the end of the video, but I've waited time after time, season after season, patch after patch, for 2K to finally add it. Now, what it used to be called, the Bellinelli, whatever you want to call it, the heavy hold. Now, is it a after 2 or after 3? No, you only get it now whenever you dunk, and it's going to auto do it. It's literally going to auto do it. But I can't lie, I am happy that they finally added it. The Let Your Nuts Hang is back in the game. I don't think this is as good because you have to do dunks. You can't just do it every single time you score or somebody else scores. But I can't be mad at the fact that they finally put it. Now, 2K is good at doing this, taking stuff out the game and finally put it back in just to please people. But I'm going to be honest, 2K, I'm going to need both. If we doing this 2K23, I'm going to need both, and I need it off rip. I had to wait 8 seasons just to get this. But I ain't mad. But that is crazy. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, it's finally back in the game called Marbles. And I ain't gonna lie, Marbles is kind of a crazy name. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a crazy name. But yeah, it's finally back in the game. So if you wanna go ahead, throw that on, you know what I'm saying? Facts. And then last but not least is going to be the best post phase in the game, man. And I'm gonna be real, most of this stuff that you're gonna see on the screen are top of the game. Kobe Bryant is the one that I use because, yeah, RP Kobe, it's Kobe phase. That's what people say when they shoot a paper ball into the trash can. Like, it's just auto. That's the only reason I put it on, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not shooting post phase. If I was actually going for the best post phase, it would be Pro 2, Pro 3. Like I said, with the normals from Shot Creator Animations, you put one of these normals, it's going to be pretty much the same time as your jump shots. So you can go with number 2 or number 3 on that as well. Jason Tatum is really good. Nikola Jokic is really good. Harrison Barnes isn't terrible. But Kobe Bryant is the one that I use. Then when it comes to post hooks, this is probably the most toxic thing in the entire game. You got the sky hook or you got normal. Normal is for the people that like to cheese. You want to have a high one that's also fast, which is pretty much what a lot of you post scorers like to do. Go with normal. But if you really want to do the sky hook to have some skill, it's also going to be pretty overpowered with the fact that you really can't contest this. So I don't want to negate that, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook is also another option that you can go with as well on the post hooks. So yeah, I don't really want to waste too much time on this toxic behavior, so let's move on. Then when it comes to the best post hop shots, you can go with Kobe Bryant, Austin Rivers, Pro 2, normal. All of these are very decent. I do have Kobe Bryant due to, you know what I'm saying, RP Kobe, but at the same time, Austin Rivers is one of the best ones in the game, and Kobe Bryant, I'm gonna be real with you, is one of the best ones in the game. For the hop shots, it actually is one of the best ones in the game, so you really can't go wrong here as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the best post hop shots in the game. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the end of this video. If you guys came to this video needing anything animation wise, jump shots, dunk packages, dribble moves, park animations, post score animations, big man animations, anything, you probably left with this video with that. So yeah, if you guys can do anything to show the support, smash breaking the like button. That really helps. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody new to hit that sub button. I really would appreciate it. Comment down below to help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. But go ahead, turn on notifications to be the first to ever see one of the video. Share the video to anybody think would help. But yeah, man, without further ado, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I have to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!